Cosplay Kitchen. Today we are making lemon lime cookies and I'm cosplaying Gadget from the Rescue Rangers. So hop on in, join the party and let's get started. So today our cookies are going to be made with shortening instead of butter. Now if you've ever been wondering why sometimes it's shortening and why sometimes it's butter, it comes down to a few important facts. One, shortening is 100% fat. Butter, however, includes water and milk. Water varying depending on what kind of butter you get. Because of that, when you use butter, it tends to get crispier and thinner. So if you're using shortening, it gets to be a little softer and a little bit fluffier. Also, in this case, when you have something like a lemon lime cookie, something you want to be really bright, the butter will add that lovely butter flavor, but that is not exactly going to help with that bright lemon lime flavor. Shortening is a little bit more neutral in its flavor and is going to allow those flavors to come through. So we're going to add shortening to our mixer along with some white sugar, and we're going to beat that until it gets really nice and light and fluffy. Up next, we're going to be adding in our egg. Now you always want to add in your egg before you add in any kind of liquid ingredients. Lecithin are in eggs, and when you emulsify them, it allows the fat in the shortening to mix well with all those liquid ingredients. Now we are ready to go ahead and add in our liquid ingredients. Today for flavoring, we're going to be using vanilla and lemon extract. Always make sure to use real vanilla and real lemon. While maybe a much more budget-friendly version to use the imitation, the flavors are going to dissipate much quicker and be not nearly as strong. Now that we have our egg and all of our wet ingredients in there, the last thing we're going to do before we mix in our dry ingredients is add in the zest of 1 lemon. Now we'd love to give you an exact amount, but let's be honest, most people, when I ask you for an exact amount of a zest, you kind of just eyeball it. So right now we have roughly about half of a teaspoon. So if you're looking at your lemon, a full size of a small to medium lemon or half of a really large lemon. Now that all of our liquid ingredients are all mixed together, let's get going on those dry ingredients. Really simple today. We've got some flour, salt, and today we are using baking soda. Oftentimes in my cookie recipes, I'll be using baking powder, but today we're going to be going with some baking soda. Now we're going to add in our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients in 2 batches for 2 big reasons. 1, we don't want to be setting flour flying everywhere, and 2, if you do it in 2 batches, it gives the wet ingredients more time to absorb into those dry ingredients. So you don't have to mix as long, so you end up with much tender cookies.
Okay.
Now, like a good macaroon, where a lot of the flavor on this cookie comes from is once it's all done, I made a really quick glaze from lime juice, lime zest, and a little bit of powdered sugar. So you want to get it to a nice glaze consistency and pour it over the top of your cookie, or you can also go and let it go a little Jackson Pollock and fling it over your cookie, depending on how messy you're willing to let your kitchen get. To me, this not only tastes like summer, but it reminds me of growing up as a kid. There's a lot of things were flavored, lemon and lime growing up, and it reminds me of those flavors. Really bright, very, very forward with both the lemon and the lime. Some nice crunch to it, but not too much. So if you've had a good time today, please be sure to throw up a like, maybe even consider subscribing, and don't eat yellow snow. Conspiracy theory. Yeah! Anywho, shall we continue?